Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. I'm Robin and today we've got another round of bookends. I don't know what number this is, maybe like 10, 11, I don't know, but we've got another round and boy, do I have a lot because we have July, August, and September. And as you know, I finished off at 130 and I was under. I was like so far from where I started. Not that far, but I was far from where I started. And then July was my birthday month. And I had no rules. Not a single rule. And then I got birthday gifts. And so I think I'm fucked, y'all. But let's find out together. Like I said, I started with 130 books on my unread TBR, as you see here. And let's start off with the things that I read. You know, before the number goes up, let's see it go down, because that may be the last time we see it go down. So in July, I read 4 things, and they were all books that Ray chose for me for my TBR, and they were Girl Gone Viral by Alicia Rai, Upon a Burning Throne by Shock K. Banker. This is so thick. Black Girls Must Die Exhausted by Jane Allen, and Babel by Arv Kwong. If you're interested in my opinion on any of these books, you can check out the reading vlog that I did when Ray chose my TBR, and it's in the cards and down in the description below. And that's everything that I read from my unread TBR in July. So now it's time. It is time to talk about everything that I got in July. July was a very special month. Like I said, it was my birthday, and also Jess came to visit. So we went book shopping and I got some things and I did that, and then I got some gifts, and let's just start. I got a couple of gifts from my bookish friends and I love them so much. And first, from my bestie Ray, I got The Killing Moon by N.K. Jemisin and The Perfect Child by Lucinda Berry. And then Alana over at The Awkward Book Nerd got me Blackbirds in the Sky and The 100,000 Kingdoms, also by N.K. Jemisin, which is fun because I really wanted to get back into reading N.K. Jemisin after I read Broken Earth trilogy, I think last year, maybe the year before, and I really enjoyed it. So I'm excited to read more from N.K. Jemisin. And then my super lovely Steph over at Stephanie Bookish got me Crying in H Mart by Michelle Zauner and Legends and Lattes by Travis Baldry. And those were the gifts that I got. Also, I had some Book of the Month credits that I really needed to use up. And so I got Did You Hear About Kitty Carr by Crystal Smith Paul, The First Ladies by Marie Benedict and Victoria Christopher Murray, and The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi by S.A. Chakraborty. Those were my Book of the Month picks that I needed to get to. Like I said, I went book shopping with Jess, and my goal was to limit myself to like 2 or 3 books per bookshop. And then I got to the first bookstore, and then that rule didn't apply to me anymore. So let's talk about everything I got there. I got Root Magic by Eden Royce, High on the Hog by Jessica B. Harris, A Witch in Time by Constance Sayers, Before I Let Go by Kennedy Ryan, All You Need Is Kill by Hiroshi Sakurazaka, Out by Natsuo Kirino, Disturbance by Jenna Clark, Inflamed, Deep Medicine and the Anatomy of Injustice by Rupa Maria and Raj Patel, The Tatami Galaxy by Tamiko Morimi. I'm not done. There's more. Perdido Street Station by China Mielvel, Solito by Javier Zamora. Oh my God, my pile of books are piling. And The Mermaid of Black Conch by Monique Rafi. Oh, wait, there's one more. And Eat the Rich by Sarah Gailey. I really don't know what happened. I don't have an answer. I don't have any kind of excuse. It's just books on books on books, and they keep coming. And so here we are. Well, since we're talking about things that I bought that came into my possession, we'll move on to August and talk about those things. I received my 2 Brandon Sanderson books. One is Yumi and the Nightmare Painter, and the other is The Frugal Wizard's Handbook for Surviving Medieval England. they both came in kind of around the same time in August. And then I also got Scorpica by J.M. McAllister. And that's all I had for August. At this point, it doesn't matter what I have for any month because fucked. I am fucked. Okay, but we're gonna talk about the things that I read. I did unhaul some books in August because I was looking through my shelves again and I was just like, not really feeling these anymore. So definitely got rid of some. Maybe this will help me come down. I actually read Eat the Rich by Sarah Gailey. I mean, it's this big, so. I also picked up The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi. I did end up DNFing it, but it got read in some kind of way. And I also read Scorpica, and this was a buddy read with Ray. I also read The Lost Apothecary by Sarah Penner, World War Z by Max Brooks. This one hurt me so much. A Darker Shade of Magic by V.E. Schwab. I ended up DNFing this one as well, and I think I only got like maybe 50 pages in and I was just like, And that hurt me because I generally love V.E. Schwab, and this one wasn't it. In my last bookends, I told you guys that I had received 3 books that I didn't want to tell you guys about because it was like a secret project. And I ended up reading all of those books. They were Natural Beauty by Ling Ling Huang, and this was also a 5-star read for me. Very trippy, loved it. And unfortunately, I had On a Woman's Madness by Astrid Romer, did not love it, DNF'd it. And The Daughters of Ijdahar by Hadir Elsbey. And then I decided that I was going to unhaul a couple of things from my shelves, things that I just wasn't interested in anymore. And so they were A Moral Man by Derek Del Guadio, The Butterfly Girl by Renee Denfield, Smash It by Francina Simone, and then here are 2. I read Black Girls Must Die Exhausted in July. Did not like. Did not like. At the end of it, there was something that happened and I was just like, I need to have some answers. So I'm going to read the second book until I get those answers. And I started the second book and got answers immediately, like in the first chapter. And I was like, DNF the rest. And that was Black Girls Must Be Magic by Jane Allen, and therefore I didn't need to read the third book, which is Black Girls Must Have It All. So they're both going. And that was everything for August. I'm still not on the right side of things here. I don't know if I'm gonna get back to that. I'm gonna be honest. I don't think we're gonna get back to 130, but I'm going to make an honest effort and try. And so now we're gonna talk about the things that I bought or received in September. I only got 1 book because I don't need any more. I bought them all. But I did get Murder and Mammon by Mia P. Manansala. That was the only book I got. And then when I read things in September, I picked up Murder and Mammon because Ray and I were buddy reading it. And then someone picked my TBR. And hopefully I think that vlog is out by now by the time you're seeing this. And if it is, I will link it. But if not, I won't link it, obviously. But for that, I read The Inheritance Games by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, Thick by Tressie McMillan Cottom, Blackbirds in the Sky by Brandy Colbert, which was one of my birthday gifts. So if my calculations have it calculated, I'm at 134, which is not too far off from where I was. So like, considering that I bought a shit ton of books, I feel like I read a good amount over the summer, which is weird because summer is usually like my slow reading month because I'm out in the streets, but I was not in the streets as much as usual. And so I probably had a little bit more time to read. And read I did because I read a lot to combat all that book buying, man. But here we are. I think that by the end of this year, I could get back down to 130 or less by the time we meet again for our next round of bookends. Tell me what you think I will be at, like a rough estimate. Tell me what you think that I will be at by the end of the next round of Bookends. I'm going to be at 125 for sure. But yeah, that is all I have for you guys today. Thank you for joining me on this really wild journey. So much has happened. Have you guys been unhauling any books as the year ends? Or are you trying to like race to get your TBR numbers down? Let me know all about it. We'll talk about it in the comments. And until next time, bye.